Good, everybody, welcome back to another video with your boy Young Homie TC. Hope everybody's doing well. Today we reacted to a video titled The Super Speed Problem in the Boys. And if y'all know, bro, y'all know there's hella inconsistency in A-Train speed, because
We just saw this nigga in the beginning of the show have a problem with being the fastest person. That's why he was shooting up that thing, bro. And now this nigga casually slowing down time like that, bro.
something's not adding up. Something's not adding up. Let's get it, though. Let's get it.
Spoilers for The Boys Season 5 ahead. Alright, after watching A-Train get packed up in the first episode of the new season, yes, the first episode.
Damn! Nah, this genuinely brought pain to my heart, bro. I was like, damn, bro. And it's crazy how they made us go from hating A-Train from the bottom, the deepest, darkest, bottomest pits of our souls, to now all of us going R.I.P. that nigga A-Train, bro. R.I.P. my dog A-Train, bro. You did your thing, bro. You respected, you be loved. I hope I'm sending my condolences to your imaginary family, dog. Beautiful writing,
He was
bro.
in like half the trailer, and they did my boy like that. I damn near shed a tear. But I wanted to talk about something that bothered me, and that was his inconsistency as a speedster. Yes,
Yeah.
I know I talk about this all the time, but nearly every speedster is wildly inconsistent, and I like to point it out and kind of talk about it. I do want to say, though, I know it's incredibly hard to ride a consistent speedster, and also this doesn't take away
Facts.
from the show. So far, Season 5 has been banging. Big upgrade from the last
Alrighty.
season, and as of writing this, we're only 2 episodes in, so pretty good start right now. But yeah, let's get into this. At the end of the first episode in the new
Sabrina
season, they
Carpenter.
showed how ridiculously overpowered A-Train is when he rolled up to the internment camp and saw everyone frozen while being able to think normally and move at normal speeds. Basically, the exact same thing Quicksilver did in the X-Men films, and I think we all know how stupidly overpowered he was.
That's what I'm trying to say, bro. You gotta be moving stupidly fast to be doing that. And if you're moving that fast, how is Homelander out of all people keeping up with you, bro? Like, Chad, that's what I'm saying. One plus one did not equal two this time, bro.
You can see everything around you slowed or frozen, and you can move and think normally, you're nearly unbeatable. For some reason, some people just can't wrap their heads around this concept. When he activates his power, he's moving so fast and his perception is also so fast that he sees things frozen, or at worst in slow motion like he saw Homelander's lasers. So like, when he injected Popclaw at super speed to make her OD, it looks instant to everyone else, but for him, he just casually walked up, grabbed that shit, and injected her with it. They don't show it from his POV, but he wouldn't be able to, at super speed, grab those and inject her with it if he didn't have a faster perception. He would just activate his speed and blow right through the wall.
Facts,
Another example
facts,
is when he
facts,
grabbed the
facts,
vial of V from Starlight instantly. It looked insanely fast, but
Facts, I take that back, Chad. I take that back. I low-key slept on how fast this nigga was, bro. But you see, that's what makes it inconsistent, because, bro, I don't know, bro. That's what makes this shit inconsistent, because, like, bro, how you doing stuff like this, but then niggas is able to beat you, bro? Like, it makes no sense. Like, there's been times where A-Train is just damn near unstoppable, bro. And there's times where he's not unstoppable. That's what makes me go like, bro, his character just makes no freaking sense, bro.
to him, he must have just casually walked up and grabbed it. Or when Huey and Starlight were driving and he instantly teleported into their car.
Some shit, birds.
He had to have seen their car frozen, pull up, open the door, and just got in. I just want to make sure you all understand that. And on top of all that, he has increased durability to the point he was surprised when Huey was able to actually hurt him, and quickly realized that Huey must have given himself Compound V because a normal human is nothing to him. If they hit him, they probably would have broke their hand. We've also seen him move a train with a broken leg, pick grown men up with one arm, and casually backhanded Kamiko through like 2 walls and he hit her at normal speed. The dude is a tank, put some respect on his name. Now, we've seen him perceive time slow before when he first fought Starlight, but people argued that maybe it was because he was taking Compound V on top of his already existing powers. Other scenes like him getting into Huey's car and other scenes that I've mentioned disprove this and show he always had this perception, but whatever. This new scene in Season 5 100% confirms it, without a doubt, he has faster perception. Now here's where the problems come in. First off, in Season 4, when A-Train fights the Deep, I'm gonna stop it right there. The Deep does not have super speed. If you think otherwise, you're fucking delusional.
That's what I was trying to tell y'all earlier, bro. This nigga be like, he be catching work from niggas when he's not supposed to be catching work from niggas. Like, it's inconsistent because sometimes he's crazy OP and other times niggas just keeping up with this nigga. And it's like, bro, how, bro?
So tell me how the fuck he dodged A-Train's punch. 3 possible explanations. The Deep has super speed on the DL, A-Train decided to punch at regular speed like a dumbass, or inconsistent writing. Probably the first option. But just remember this from A-Train's POV. He ran up to the Deep, casually, and then either turned off his super speed to throw the punch, or the Deep gained super speed and moved out the way. I don't know. But before this happens, when he first gets there, he runs into the room and shoulder checks the Deep instead of just landing 100 juicers. Let's remember, when he pulls up in here, he's seeing everybody frozen, and can move normally, and can think normally. You see the problem here? I don't want to hear any excuses like maybe he was conserving
Inconsistent
energy or
writing,
something.
facts.
Just stop.
He
In the
coulda
season 5
easily
episode,
whooped him, bro.
and when he fought Starlight, he's moving at super speed, and not once did he start to breathe heavy or start to fatigue. So he might very well have infinite stamina. Point is, he could have pieced them all up and gotten MM and Starlight out of there before they even knew what's happening. Then in season 5, the Deep comes looking for his family, and A-Train gets them all out of there before the Deep can get to them. And then A-Train tries to kind of convince the Deep to leave Homelander and points out how everyone around Homelander ends up dying, just like Noir.
Facts.
And he tells the Deep that he knows he's scared.
I'm not fucking scared. Are you sure?
Then A-Train just runs off. They don't even like each other. Just beat his ass. You could hit him 1,000 times before he could even touch you. He's coming after your family. I still don't understand why he doesn't just pack him up right here.
Cause, bro, the Deep is not. Yes, the Deep is coming after his family, but the Deep is not doing it because the Deep wants to do it, bro. That's what Baystox is not understanding, bro. He's not doing it because he wants to do it. He's doing it because he has to, nigga. You telling me if Homelander on your case, you're not going after a nigga's family, bro? You going after a nigga's family to save your ass, for sure. Me, personally, I'm not that type of nigga.
I'd rather die.
But most niggas, bro, y'all folding, bro.
But if we jump back to season 3, when they fall in that hallway, and it was pretty equal, it was fine because A-Train had that heart problem and couldn't use his powers. It made sense. Before I get to this final scene I want to talk about, I want to point out that I don't know if every time he runs, in his perspective, he's running like a regular dude, or maybe he can slow his perception down when he's using his speed sometimes. Other people have pointed out how terrible that would be if he ran across the country, and to everybody else it's like a minute, but to him it was like a day's worth of work. No clue if he can kind of dial down his perception, but for sure it's confirmed he does have faster perception when he turns on his powers. Now let's jump to the real deal, his fight with Homelander. Now, I'll keep it a stack. When I saw him pull up, seeing everything frozen, and having a time in the bottle Quicksilver type scene, I was hype. Any inconsistencies before, which there weren't many of anyways, were completely forgotten. Just like Quicksilver, he has time to see what's going on while in super speed and can think of what to do. He runs up, pulls the grenades out of this dude's vest, moves MM, then he runs all the way to the other side. Keep in mind, to him, he's doing this at just kind of like a regular speed, but from an outside perspective, you wouldn't even see him, he's so quick. He then gets Huey out the way, but eats a laser to the shoulder in the process. Then he runs away, and Homelander is on his ass, bro. This opens up a whole nother issue. Where the fuck was this kind of speed through the first 4 seasons from Homelander?
Exactly,
I know in Diabolical,
bro.
he had legit super speed, and apparently it was canon. But in the show, he never really used it, but like once to speed blitz Soldier Boy. But then he just quit using it and fought at normal speed for the rest of that fight. Or in season 4, when he chased Huey through the vents, he stood there and tried lasering him from a distance like a dumbass, and then briskly walked after him. He's not even just flying fast, he's keeping up with A-Train, who we just saw can move fast enough to perceive time slow. And Homelander must have a decent perception because he's able to hit these sharp turns cleanly. But here's the thing that's tripping me up. First of all, I'm not very intelligent, so I usually am, probably am wrong about this,
Same.
but we
Same.
just saw A-Train perceive his lasers in slow motion. But now he's out here running for his life from them, even though I would assume he would still see them coming in slow motion. Can Homelander speed them up? I know he can increase the temperature of it, but he can increase the speed too. Doesn't really matter. That's just me nitpicking. The thing that really bothers me though is how when he dodges this girl, he loses his footing and then falls 1,000 miles an hour into the woods. Now correct me if I'm wrong, but did we not just see him run at super speed and he was able to stop on a dime, think about what to do, turn easily, grab people, just do whatever? All the while everything around him remained frozen or slow.
Facts.
So in theory, if his perception was matching his speed again, he would be running like this again. He would see the girl frozen and could just angle right or left or completely stop like he did earlier and just, walk around her. But since we're following him at an outside perspective, it looks like he's going too fast to be able to stop and turn. But in his
Makes no
perspective, he
sense,
would be
bro.
able to. You get what I'm saying? I understand he turned to look back for a second. That wouldn't really matter. He could still stop on a dime. The chick would be frozen. It would make sense for why he ran over Robin simply because he was reckless, didn't care to move, and he was sauced to the gills on Compound V, so maybe that's why. Really, this just comes down to can he adjust his perception, but even if he could, why would he not perceive things slower and dial in to avoid
Yeah,
Homelander? Doesn't really
facts,
make
'cause
sense
he's
to me.
getting shot
People
by
always try to
lasers.
come up with excuses or reasons for things like this.
He's actively getting shot by lasers while during a chase with somebody, while in a chase with somebody who can kind of keep up with him, bro. I'm thinking if I was in that situation, bro, I'm dialing my super speed perception up, and everything around me is gonna be moving slow, cause that means Homelander would be moving slower, a little bit slower than he normally would be, IRL, and then the lasers and stuff would be easier to dodge, and I'd be able to move easier. Plus, nigga was literally dodging trees, bro. So how the hell did he not dodge that lady, bro? Nigga must have just been like overly focused on the whole bladder. I didn't pay attention to nothing in front of him for like a fat minute, bro. I don't know. That's what that's the only thing I can take from this, bro. Except from bad writing.
But really, it's just extremely hard to ride a consistent speedster, so you kind of have to do things like this. Then Homelander pulls up on him, and he probably could run away again, but he holds his ground, calls Homelander a pathetic loser, and goes out like a champ. Despite all these problems, he was written really well. Out of 5 seasons, there was only like 2 or 3 scenes
were
with
just
some
trying to kill
flaws.
him, bro.
It's almost impossible to write a speedster perfectly. Mainly, this just bothered me because he was all over the trailer, yo. I thought he was about to run Homelander's fade, or at least be a key player in the season to take
Yeah.
Homelander out.
I wanted
But
him to.
Nope. It's all good though. I
go
understand he came full
crazy,
circle,
bro.
dodged the girl rather
some
than running through her,
Flash
and finally
type
grabbed
shit.
his nuts and laughed in Homelander's face. Finally stopped being a scared little pussy. No complaints about that. Please have Marie come and bring my boy back. But yeah,
Nah,
I just
she
want
not
to talk
gonna
about
do
this.
that,
At some
bro.
point, I'll probably make a video more
He been
positive
dead too
talking about
long,
his
fam.
redemption arc.
That's a good show, Jet. If you're not watching The Boys, I don't know what to tell y'all.